Who between Mzwandile Masina and Galep Kachalia is Ekurhuleni's mayor in waiting? Who is better positioned to address Ekurhuleni's high crime and unemployment rates? And has the city of Ekurhuleni regressed in their efforts to curb wasteful expenditure? Why did Galep Kachalia criticize Kgalema Mhlante's campaign for the ANC? What time is it? It's question time. Welcome to Question Time. My name is Mpho Tsedu. Political parties are winding down their campaigns and tying up loose ends in preparation for next week's local government elections. Since last week, we saw the ANC roping in their veterans to campaign in a bid to ensure that they garner as many votes as possible. All of Gauteng's 3 metros have become a battleground for the ANC, the DA, and the new kid on the bloc, the EFF. The city of Ekurhuleni has pitted the ANC and DA against each other, though. Today, Question Time is glad to welcome mayoral candidates from the country's 2 biggest political parties. But before we go into the discussion, we're going to cross to Zweli Dlamini. There's been a tornado in Tembisa, and he'll tell us more about that. Zweli, welcome to Question Time. Breaking news indeed. Can you just update us from the city of Ekurhuleni's point of view? What has happened?
Thank you very much, Mpho. I think it's regrettable what has happened. Unfortunately, it's nature that has taken its course. Although the details are a little bit sketchy at this stage, I can say that yes, there has been a tornado that hit the northern part of the Ekurhuleni area, mainly Kempton Park, Tembisa. We have heard that there is a mall that has had the entire roof collapse. We've heard that there are some houses that have had their roofs collapsing as well, and some structures have collapsed. What we've actually done now is that we've sent a team to go and investigate, inspect the amount of damage so that they can at least indicate what kind of intervention the city can actually put in place right now.
Are there any casualties so far which you are able to confirm, Zweli?
Not really, but all I can say is that our disaster management, emergency services and Metro Police are actually working hand in hand with the police, SABC, trying to determine the amount of damage and see if there are any casualties. The good thing, though, the proactive thing that the city has done anyway, is that since we got the weather alert of the inclement weather, we were able to actually activate our teams and put them on the ground. Not just to be on high alert, but to be active and see what kind of interventions can be done. We'll know that this particular weather situation has been bad from yesterday in some instances. So the Metro Police and the AMS have been busy on the ground since yesterday. So as these incidents happen, at least we've got people on the ground. But so far we've not heard of any fatalities or serious injuries, but we hope to get the report as soon as possible.
What kind of help can we expect the city to assist the victims with? There are normally 2 instances that you would face. In a situation where you find that people's homes the roofs have been blown away, we provide them with shelter, provide them with blankets, provide them with overnight groceries. But in a situation where the situation is really dire, like we saw late last year, where the city had to declare a state of disaster so that more resources from national and provincial government can be thrown in to assist. But only that one is only that can only be done once the assessment has been done and we are clear as to what exactly has transpired and what effect and what impact has it had on the community. Based on that report, we are able to activate. But the immediate response we can give right now is provide immediate shelter for those affected in the form of community halls and provide blankets and food while we assess the situation further. But we are on the ground. We're trying to determine exactly what intervention we can actually come up with. In terms of traffic as well, I think one needs to highlight this particular fact. That will appeal to all road users right now to drive carefully. All our roads are actually chock-a-block, especially in the northern region. You have the issue of bystanders, people who are driving by who just want to watch what has happened. You have a situation that then causes a serious road clogging. So we are saying to our people, let them drive with caution. Let us understand that this situation can actually get out of control if we do not behave in a particular manner as citizens of this country. Because this does not only affect the people of Ekurhuleni. A lot of road users travel through Ekurhuleni to get to their various destinations.
Are you able to tell if the access to the airport has also been affected?
As far as we know, fortunately, the traffic is flowing there. Okay. The R24 traffic is flowing there, albeit not at the pace normally it moves, but the traffic control guys are on the ground. We do not have a problem that seems to be affecting the airport directly. So movement to the airport may be a little bit slow because of the weather conditions, but there is not really a major problem affecting the airport.
Zweli Dlamini, thank you very much for that update. That was Zweli Dlamini, the spokesperson of the City of Ekurhuleni, just talking to us about the tornado that has been reported in certain parts of Ekurhuleni, northern Ekurhuleni, that is. We're now back to question time, and the numbers to dial 089-1104-210 if you're outside the country, 002-789-1104-210. My guest today, Mzwandile Masina, is the ANC Ekurhuleni mayoral candidate, and Galeb Kashalia is the DA Ekurhuleni mayoral candidate. I welcome both of them. Gentlemen, welcome to Question Time, and thank you very much for making time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Galeb Kashalia, I looked at your tweet handle, and I couldn't help it but notice that you talk so much about the ANC and not much about the DA. Why? Are they that much of a threat?
The ANC is the incumbent government and stands on its track record. That track record needs to be examined to show the deficiencies within that track record so that we are able to say what we can do. So it is absolutely natural for anybody to examine with a fine-tooth comb exactly what the ANC has set out to do, what they have achieved, what they have not achieved, because that is the yardstick by which we say we are going to achieve the following. It's normal.
But I would have loved to hear about the DA. What are you offering as the DA?
Well, you know, I have visited every one of the 112 wards in Ekurhuleni, many of them multiple times, and I have seen with my own eyes and heard what the challenges are that exist there from the people. We have produced, the DA has produced a manifesto, a national manifesto for the local elections, but I have produced, me and my team, we have produced on the basis of my listening tours, I called it, our local manifesto. And our local manifesto deals with the issues that need to be dealt with. It has been in the press. We've issued it, and I can talk to it if you like.
Okay, let's hear what the ANC is saying. Mzwandile Masina, here we are, and I can imagine you're spending sleepless nights trying to ensure that the people go out and vote for the ANC. Why?
Well, thank you very much. I think we stand in the shoulders of giant Comrade Mondli Kungubele and the team. They've done an excellent work to put the metro on the good pathways. Ours is to consolidate the work that they've done and ensure that we accelerate the provision of service to our people. You know that we've done a lot over the past 5 years and even the period before that. Where we are now, we've looked into all the plans. You know, we've got GDS 2055, which is an overarching plan that is premised on the NDP. We've produced the 30-year master plan for the Retropolis, which is more like an economic plan for the city. Our work is to implement. We are beginning to see some of the positive fruits from that, and that is why I was saying that as we're asking the people of Ekurhuleni to vote for the ANC, it's because we have a plan. We're not studying some parties that are dreaming about government. We are looking into our plans and how best we can implement those plans and ensure that our people...
Which parties are dreaming about?
Well, I'm sure you'll find out for yourself as you ask these questions that you're asking. I'm saying that at this point, the ANC is focusing on the plan that are in place that we've put in government and how fast we can implement those, because our people can no longer wait. We have provided a number of services. You speak about houses. We've built houses, you've built roads, we've built clinics, but we know that it is not sufficient. We need to do more. That's where we are.
Why should somebody who is today subjected to the harsh conditions of this tornado that we've just reported on, go and vote for you?
Well, the ANC has always made commitments that seeks to uplift the standard of our people. You speak about bringing back the dignity of our people. You will find that the policies of the ANC, we demolished apartheid. That is why we don't have ghost ancestors. We speak proudly of Nelson Mandela. Other people are afraid of talking about Jan van Riebeeck and Verwoerd and all those people because we have been at the core of demolishing apartheid in South Africa, and that is one achievement that all South Africans are always indebted to. But over and above that, we continue to deliver basic services to our people. We've built over 4 million houses in South Africa over the past couple of years. Just in our area alone, in Ekurhuleni, we are continuously working on the maintenance program. Just to give you facts and figures, we've done over the past 5 years about 3,577 kilometers of road in terms of maintenance, 311 kilometers of new roads, and we'll continue to do so. These are the things that in our achievements we begin to look at, but also we are forward looking. We are beginning now in our localized manifesto to speak about facts and figures and commitments that we are making. We don't read scripts, as you can see. I'm not referring to anything. That's where we are.
But is there something wrong with him referring to his notes? Let's take Billy. Billy, you are in Tembisa. Welcome.
Yes, Mpo, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Billy?
Good. Mpo, I just want
Billy is gone. Unfortunately, Billy, we didn't do anything, and we would love to have your call back. But we're going to take a quick break. When we return, I'm going to give Caleb Kachalia time to respond to what the ANC has said. The numbers to dial is 089-110-4210, 089-110-4210. Those are the numbers to dial. Please don't go away.
Are you the person we're searching for? The guy who steps up, way, way up. The queen of the pop and lock, and whatever this is. The party train conductor, all aboard. The answer is yes, you are that guy, and we salute you, party comrade. Join the movement online.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. My guest today, Mzwandile Masina, is the ANC Ekurhuleni mayoral candidate, and Caleb Kachalia is the DA Ekurhuleni mayoral candidate. Let's go to what? Katlehong, Charles? Oh, Brian, rather. Sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
hello?
Yes.
Oh, yes. How are you, my Mr. Mayor?
Well, they are both candidates.
How are you, Mr. Mayor? Mzwandile.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm very good.
Very good.
Mr. Mzwandile, this is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
I want to commend you, Mr. Mzwandile. You have been with us on the ground Monday to Monday, trying to mobilize for the organization. For me, you have demonstrated that you're a good leader, and Ekurhuleni would be in a good hands. I just wish you, Mr. Mzwandile, that on the 3rd of this coming month, you emerge victorious, and I believe that Ekurhuleni under you is going to blossom. That's my wish.
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, Brian is from Katlehong, so we shouldn't just trust Brian. He's your homeboy. Yes,
Katlehong is my hometown. You know, I'm not from any other city. I have my own address. That's my home. You know, I don't suffer from identity crisis. You know, I'm not a man from London. I'm the man who come from the dusty street of Katlehong. I am there to serve the people, and I understand, you know, I don't visit, I live with them. I don't visit these 101 wards. I live there, I go there on a daily basis to understand their plight, and that is why our manifesto begins to make firm commitments, which I would like to challenge Mr. Kachala that let him tell the people of Ekurhuleni in practical terms, what is he going to do in all the areas that he wants to criticize the ANC? Because I am here to begin to speak firmly about facts and figures based on the figure, so that we're able to have a decent conversation.
Okay, firstly, let's clear, Mzwandile has come up with something here. Let's clear this. Are you not a resident of Ekurhuleni?
I certainly am.
Are you renting a house which belongs to a Da Silva in Ekurhuleni?
Sorry?
Are you renting a house which belongs to a Da Silva in Ekurhuleni where you are currently living?
I'm renting a house in Eastleigh. I have a lease. I also have property in Johannesburg. I have property in Cape Town. And I'm proud to pay rates wherever I live. I don't see anything wrong with that. I am a resident of Eastleigh, Edenvale. I am not from London, which is a cheap shot. I was in involuntary exile for years in London when I was a student. I came back in 1980, and I've been here ever since. By the way, Mondli Gungubele comes from the Eastern Cape. Mashego from the council comes from Bushbuck Ridge. Toko Dodiza in Tshwane comes from North Tshwane. She comes from KZN. So let's get real here. We're all South Africans, and some of us live where we live and we operate where we operate.
No, the thing why I'm asking is because there's this rumor that has been going on, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to clear.
The rumor mill is maliciously created by the ANC to cause discord. It is silly, it is malicious, and it is off point.
Okay, let's quickly take a call. I'll come to you, Zwandile. Let's take a call in Dipsloot. Lucky.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, Lucky. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, no, I'm fine, man. Yes, I just want to say hi to Mr. Masina there.
Hi, how are you, Lucky?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Mr. Lucky, I see you are more stronger than that old man there. I think they are dreaming about winning the local election. You know.
Okay, Lucky, thank you very much. Let's.
If that's the input from debate from the outside, let's hope for better.
Okay, let's really go into your manifesto, Caleb. What are you offering the residents of Zonke Zizwe?
What we are offering is extremely clear. We are offering to better the lives of the people of Ekurhuleni. We aim to change a situation where the ANC claims. And I will tell you that the metro in Ekurhuleni has built over the last 5 years, not the province, the metro, 15,000 houses. In Cape Town, for example, the metro there, on a smaller budget than Ekurhuleni, has built 32,000 houses. That's the sort of thing we will bring to bear. We will cut corruption. I laid charges couple of weeks ago of 283 instances of fraudulent tenders amounting to 7.2 billion under the watch of the ANC in Ekurhuleni. 7.2 billion rands. We will cut corruption. We will ensure that the people of Ekurhuleni have access to electricity, not 20% without electricity, not 15% who don't have a flush toilet, and not 22% who don't have a tap in their home.
What makes
These things will change.
What makes you think that you are the right person?
I believe in my abilities. I have got significant track record in running large businesses, in being an entrepreneur, not a tenderpreneur. Not a tenderpreneur. Mm-hmm. I have joined a party which has got significant track record in areas in Cape Town and in Midvaal, for example, where we govern. The unemployment rate in Midvaal is 11%. In Cape Town, it's 22%. In Ekurhuleni, it's 37% and higher. These are the things which we are going to address with my skills, with my team, and with my party's track record. The track record of the ANC in Ekurhuleni has been less than stellar. And
let's allow Mzwandile to respond here.
Well, let me just help Mr. Kachale. Under Comrade Mondli Gungubele, a lot has been done in Ekurhuleni. Over 20 billion rand worth of investment has been attracted, and we hope to double the figures as we move to the next 5 years in this area. We've built, we've ensured that there is access to water, access to sanitation. The high number, the remaining percentages is what we are now going to be dealing with as we fast track service delivery. We will, for instance, one of the things that we said that we are going to build 100,000 houses over the next 5 years. We are going to make available serviced stands, about 59,000 of those, so that people can build houses for themselves. All the informal settlements are going to be electrified over the next 5 years. All the remaining roads are going to be tarred. So these are the facts and figures of things that we are going to do. But to sit here and I have to make this point before you go. To sit here and rubbish the good work of the administration under Comrade Mondli is disingenuous. And we can't allow people who disrespect the institutions of democracy. If you love the public protector, you must love the Auditor General. The Auditor General has given Comrade Mondli and the team 2 clean audits which he undermines, and he goes to court because they're bored. They don't have a plan to work for the people of Ekurhuleni. The Auditor General is the authority in which you can rely on whether or not there's been corruption. Not his they go to court every day. They're bored. They have nothing to do for the people of the city.
It's Ncedile from Volmaransa.
Oh, Ncedile. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Ncedile from Volmaransa in Northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask a question to Mr. Masina.
Yes.
I'm not a DA member. Just want to ask Mr. Masina. He said there are a lot of squatter camps in Ekurhuleni. Each and every month we see people are marching and protesting for the Ekurhuleni. But it's a good story to tell us, say, ANC is doing a good job. But we see a lot of corruption. We see on TV, on the radio, we see people are marching and do this. Please don't come to the radio. Even your father, Zuma, what happened in Kanda? Please, must talk it through.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. The protest.
Well, there is no Nkandla in Ekurhuleni. I'm sure the brother knows very well. There is no Nkandla there. And then secondly, the protests are significantly reduced in Ekurhuleni, if you know. There are 119 informal settlements, which all of them, we now have a program to upgrade them. There are a number of challenges. We're not like apartheid government. We're not going to stop people from coming to our area. Many of the people who come to the city of Ekurhuleni, they come looking for jobs. We would have allocated them houses in their areas where they come from. There is no more Group Areas Act. We have fought and defeated apartheid and its legislation. When people come here, our responsibility is to give them dignity and ensure that they live their lives here. That is why we want to make sure that conditions in some of the informal settlements, because we're not going to wish them away, are better than they were. Because as they go home, they have decent homes that have been provided for by the ANC government.
You don't seem to have respect for Caleb Kachalia.
Well, it's not a matter of respect. I don't have a respect for the party that is a party of thieves. How do you go around parading Nelson Mandela when he said, even in his deathbed, that he's going to look for the branch of the ANC? They must go and say, in honor of Fairvoet, vote for the DA, not in honor of Mandela. No, Mandela has nothing to do with the DA. And we must say the ANC has released a very hard-hitting statement. I'm sure you've seen it.
Okay.
Rebuking this tendency of the DA. We have no regard for this party.
You are even saying that you're criticizing Kgalema for campaigning for the ANC.
I didn't criticize Kgalema. I criticized Ahmed Kathrada.
Sorry about that.
Because I said Ahmed Kathrada had penned an open letter to Jacob Zuma asking him to resign. And I asked him, in view of his open letter to ask the president to resign, why is he campaigning in Orange Farm for this very Jacob Zuma's ANC, where the people of Orange Farm live in very parlous conditions? But that's the question I posed.
But what makes you think that it is your business to tell ANC members what to do about their organization and not the DA?
I am not telling them what to do. I posed a question based on the dichotomy between what he said and what he should have done. It is a clear thing, a clear comment, and it is very cogent in my view. I've not had an answer, by the way. But may I? No,
he probably has an answer.
No, hold on. I want to talk about what Mr. Masina has said. Mr. Masina talks at length about what the party, the ANC, is going to do. These are words. Let's look at what they've done. They've destroyed 683,000 jobs over a 5-year period. In this year alone, since the beginning of this year, we've lost 110,000 jobs in Ekurhuleni. It used to be the workshop of Africa. It is now the unemployment capital of Africa. This is untenable. These things are not easily washed away by promises in the future when your past tells a very different story.
It's shocking to have a so-called successful businessman who does not understand that there is a global world recession that has affected the entire globe. I'm shocked that he can attribute everything to some small city when the world over has got challenges. What kind of a businessman is this?
I'll tell you what kind of a businessman, because the same cold economic winds that blow in Ekurhuleni blow in Cape Town by his own admission. And in Cape Town, we created this year 4,000 net jobs, and unemployment there is 20%, not 37%. Therefore, his argument now, by his own admission, falls flat on its face. So
you're bringing the Cape Town system to Ekurhuleni?
No, I'm replying to his comment about the general economic winds that affect. If the economic winds that blow in Cape Town blow in Ekurhuleni. Why is Cape Town doing better? Because we govern there and the ANC governs here. Answer, QED, as they say in Latin.
Look, you see, Cape Town is a city of two places. We have built a single city in Ekurhuleni. We would not want a false policy of the DA that is being implemented that favors people of Camps Bay to be implemented here. In Ekurhuleni, we've built a single city identity. We treat our residents with the same. When you go to Cape Town, I work in Cape Town as a member of parliament. I can tell you now, the conditions of people of Gugulethu, of Khali, Chalanga, and as compared to the people of Bishop's Court, Camps Bay, and so on, are quite different. If he's bringing that, sorry, not in our city, we are not going to accept that.
We'll bring from Cape Town the fact.
All our citizens, we accord them the same social status, and that is why we have sought to build a country and the province and the city that we are working on now that is based on the single city.
We don't accord the same. What we do is we benefit those that need. In Cape Town, 67% of the budget goes to the upliftment of the poor. That is what we are about. And it doesn't go into the pockets of a corrupt elite who eat at the expense of our people, which I have seen firsthand.
We're going to check out our tweets. But are you better than Mzwandile?
My track record, my party's track record, and the failures of the ANC will speak to that. When I become mayor, I will show you how much better I am.
But what's your answer to my question?
Well, I've told you, yes.
Mzwandile?
I am far better than him. I know government. I've been in government for over 18, 19 years. I'm experienced. I'm the child of the township. I have suffered. I understand the struggles. Myself and I can equate to the mother. He was a very great woman of the ANC. That is why when he gave me the book the other day, I accepted it. Because if it was his book, I was going to reject it. But I accepted because Amina Kachala is an ancestor of the ANC. And he can't claim it, even as a mother.
I can claim my mother. For goodness sake.
Let me check the tweets quickly. Question for Caleb Kachali: how will the DA stop corruption? That is SA future leader Munro Black Doll. What's the progress with the youth programs and empowering them? The last one from Olani Wegazi: I haven't noticed anything new in the ANC manifesto. It's the same old promises. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, gentlemen, but thank you very much. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I hope to interview one of you or whoever it may be who will emerge as the new mayor of
he will be in the opposition benches.
In your dreams, sir.
Well, that was question time for today. A big thank you to my guests and to you for watching the show. From me and the crew, you have yourself a wonderful time. Goodbye.